people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice gain.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Partner, we're into the second quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you got going on. The only concern you have, if you get to the half, what adjustments will the offense make to try to defeat you?
And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth. Here's Matt Darr now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. And this will be taken at the 13. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Let's put our attention here now on the Dolphins defense. See if they can regroup a little bit. They gave up the touchdown last drive.
And you know from our meetings with coaches all across the league, one of their pet peeves, when teams get down, a lot of these guys now, they want to treat it like it's a video game or something. Hit reset. Let's start over, coach. Now the first 2 series, they don't even matter now. Let's play again. That's not how it works. You're down. You gave up a touchdown. You can't do it again. You have to dig in, grit it out, and fight it out. Reset buttons. It's driving everybody crazy. There are no reset buttons when you're playing in this game.
Preach, Chucky. Preach. They'll drop to throw. A screen to Bell. They find some open field here. And he's brought down. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Let's go! 3-19! 3-19!
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on, you heave one deep when you catch them close to the spot.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Larry Ridley in Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Offense readies for a 2nd and 1. They'll look to throw here. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there of 22.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
All right, here we go. 3-19! 3-19!
They'll look to throw here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
Back to throw here. He sets, and this is taken in at the 5. And give him a gain of 37.
But he took a shot downfield towards the end zone, and he came up with a big-time catch, but he was tackled a little bit short of the goal line. Now the defensive guys, they got to pick their heads up and try and hold them to a field goal attempt.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. To throw. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Darius Hayward-Bay, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. Here comes Grant on the return. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Wright's got it, and he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves his sticks. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll throw here out of the gun to Shepard, complete over the middle. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. Fresh set of downs here. He'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he's going to be taken down here. Back across midfield, 3 yards away from midfield at the 47. So 3rd and 15 and an extra defensive back in the game now.
Flooding the passing lanes.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Here's Matt Darr now as he's on to punt for Miami. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. 35 yards that time on the punt. And possession will change here with very little time remaining until halftime. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They come up with one running back. That's Bell. And they'll give it to him here. Le'Veon Bell. Kiss him goodbye. 20. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the 3rd quarter?
Extra point attempt here still to come.
Delay of game, offense.
Yeah, slightly more difficult attempt here from the 20. And it is now 21-0. So the long touchdown on the final play adds a little more intrigue to this one. As we check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando, he's standing by with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon. I'm Larry Ridley, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. The Dolphins are on the bad end of things at home, but will have 2 quarters to turn it around. The Steelers came in prepared for this game, and it shows in the way they've played. Here we go. Let's do this. Here's your first half highlights. Pick it up early in the first. They're going to come away with another sack. This will go for a loss of 8. Third down from inside the 10. The pass will be completed on the slant, and he capped off the long drive with the TD. The Steelers now on top. Late in the second, Hayward Bays targeted coming across the middle, and he capped off the 8-play drive with a TD. The lead now at 14. Staying late in the half, Bell's going to stay inside after the handoff, and this long run goes for a touchdown. Lead grows to 21.
Okay, Larry, a fairly one-sided first half as we get set to go in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the 3rd quarter. And they hit the home run last